Hello to my wonderful artists. This is Miss Demel, and for this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a relief rubbing. A relief rubbing can occur when we take an object with texture or a raised surface and then we copy that by placing it under paper and rubbing crayon or some other medium over it. So to create a relief rubbing is to make a copy. As you can see, I was able to copy some of these leaves here onto this paper using crayon. I also was able to create relief rubbings by creating my own fish template or matrix. Okay, a matrix is a hard surface that the image can be taken from. So this is my hard surface. I created that and I was able to create multiple fish rubbings as well. To begin, for you to create your rubbing, you need to gather your supplies. First, you need to find items with textures and raised surfaces. And one easy way to do that is simply go for a walk outside and gather some interesting leaves. So that's what I've done here. Okay? The next step, once you have all of your items with raised surfaces, is you need to gather some paper. Let's move this aside. I'll get some paper. Here's a nice blank sheet of thin paper. Thinner paper is better than thicker paper for this artistic process. The other thing you need to get is crayon, okay? And you can see all the crayons that I have here. The ones that I'm going to use to create the rubbing are peeled. The wrapper's no longer on there. If you have the wrapper on there and you use the tip, your rubbing will not come out as well. So you need to make sure to peel the wrappers off. Now, you can use these to color in later. Now, the next thing is you need to start creating a relief rubbing. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your object, place it underneath your paper, okay? And then you place the paper on top, and then go ahead and grab a crayon, and you're going to gently rub it across the paper, applying firm pressure, and don't let your paper shift around, okay? Hold it in place with your other hand. Ooh, that looks good. And if it doesn't work very well at first, just, try and play around with it, experiment, okay? And there you go. That is a relief rubbing. It shifted a little there, but that's okay. Now, you can do this many times, rotating your item underneath to create fun compositions. So maybe I want to put my leaf like this. I could use a different color. I'll use this pinkish red color here. Keep my paper in place. Okay, and then let's see, that's about it. When you're done, you can apply other things to it, watercolors. You can color it in with other crayons. Other medium that is fun to use with this are oil pastels if you happen to have those. But again, you got to take those wrappers off and use the side. Otherwise it won't work as well. Okay, now if you want to do something a little bit more advanced, instead of gathering leaves, what you can do is you can find thick paper like this. This is called tag board, and it came from an old magazine, and what I did was I cut it into different shapes, glued them together to make this interesting fish, and then the fish I placed underneath my paper like that, and I created rubbings from it. So you can kind of see that. It's really easy to do. And then voila, you have almost instantaneously a really cool image. And then you can apply other medium to that as well. Some things that I did was I added watercolor here. For this one, I added marker to enhance some grass, some plant life inside that fish's ecosystem. What else did I do? Here I used charcoal, a combination of charcoal, watercolors, and crayon. This I did on thin paper and collaged it onto an interesting background that I created. What else? And then the last one, here's another one with some collage and an interesting background as well. Okay, so what creative compositions can you make using relief rubbings? And once you're done making some, share your favorite one with me by sending a picture. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed making relief rubbings as much as I do. Adios.